Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a get ready with me using a lot of new products that I picked up over the past couple of weeks. I will be honest, I wanted this to be a first impressions, but I have actually already filmed this video. I filmed it in natural light in my closet, and unfortunately it was just so dark. I didn't really want to mess with the color when editing, because then you wouldn't really get a true picture of what the products really look like, and it was just so dark. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna try to film it again. I am in my little filming space and I do have lights in front of me because I really wanted to make sure you could see the products well, and because it was so dark and dim, I just wasn't sure, like even though it was in natural light, I didn't know if you could really get a good idea. So we are in my little filming space. I actually have all of my makeup in front of me in my little dot kit. I've been using this for my makeup and I just love it. So we are going to go ahead and get right into it. Like usual, everything that I try in today's video will be linked down below in case you're interested. So I'm going to start by moisturizing my skin. I love the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is so good, but I'll tell you something else I have absolutely been loving, and I think I've mentioned it too. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in a favorites video. I have been loving the CosRX Snail Mucin. I know that sounds really gross, but you guys, it has done such a good job of moisturizing my skin, and I'm almost out of it. I'm definitely going to buy another one. So okay, so I put that on. You can use that as a primer alone if you want, but I picked up a new primer from Dior, and this is a product I have been using and I love it. It's the Forever Velvet Veil. Now, this is going to give you long wear matte coverage. So if you're someone that doesn't like a matte makeup, you might not like it, but I love it because I have an oily T-zone, and you can apply it to a brush, but I'm just going to apply it to my fingers, and it kind of looks like a foundation. And all I do is I just apply it kind of similar to a moisturizer. Sometimes I find that applying things like this with your hands rather than a brush is better, because your hands kind of warm up the product and it goes on really nicely. So you can see how it goes on my skin. I love this. Again, if you're oily and you want a good foundation that's going to just kind of blur those lines and give you that matte coverage, you would really, really like this one. Okay, let's talk foundation. So I will be honest with you, when I filmed the Get Ready With Me before, I tried out the Chanel Freshwater tint, but today I want to do a little more of a full coverage makeup, so I am going to use my Dior. This is like my favorite foundation. I like never change out of this. It's so good. But I do want to give you my feedback on the Freshwater tint. If you're somebody that doesn't like full coverage makeup at all, I think you'll love that. But I tried it on, and the majority of the product is water, but it goes on your skin really nicely. But for me, it just didn't cover up my hyperpigmentation, and I needed a little more coverage than that. So if you're someone that is just looking for something to maybe cover your skin to go to the gym or go to the beach, I think that that would be a great product. But for me, I like a little more full coverage. So we're going to go in with the Dior Forever. This one is not new, but I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It is my favorite. And I actually have two shades. I have 2N and I have 2.5N. I'm going to use 2.5N today. It might be a little dark, but that's okay. All right, and what I like to do is just paint it on my skin with a foundation brush, and then I will go in with a beauty blender and I will dab it in. This is just such a good foundation. But again, it is matte, so if you're someone that doesn't like that matte coverage, you might not like it, but I do. And of course, I apply it with a beauty blender. Beauty blenders, these are my favorite. But I like the pink one. I noticed that when I've tried to use the other color beauty blenders, they don't blend the same. Tell me if you guys have had that same problem. I know that might sound a little weird, but it's just something I notice. And I do take it down my neck a little bit just to make sure there's no makeup line. Alright, I don't have a new concealer, but I usually will use either the Tarte Shape Tape or this Dior Forever Skin Correct. I love both of these. This one is really creamy, and I just apply it underneath of my eyes, and I'm running low on it, and then in the center of my eyebrows, and then I put a little bit like on my eyelid just to kind of use it as like a base for my eyeshadow, and then I go back in with my Beauty blender. But I like this one because it's really creamy, so it blends really easily, but this one is not quite as thick as the Tarte Shape Tape, but I'm noticing I am gravitating more towards this one because I am getting older, and the Tarte Shape Tape is a little thicker, so it has a tendency to not set in my fine lines, because I do like it, but I just have been taking a liking to this one more because it's a thinner consistency. Okay, so now what I do is I still do the baking technique to set my concealer. I love the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I will use the new YSL powder, but I like to go in with this one first. And I love these little beauty blender sponges. They're perfect when it comes to setting your makeup under your eyes, because you can have this little holder for your finger and it just gets right under there. So I just put a little bit on here, and then I just kind of put it under my eyes, and then I put it on my smile lines here. And then I put a little bit on my eye to kind of set that concealer. So go ahead and I let that sit. Now for eyebrows, another product that's not new. I do apologize, but I love this Benefit It's Very Dirty Browsings Pro Palette, and it has a lot of different colors in it. And all that I will do is I will just kind of comb my brows, and I don't do anything too fancy. I basically just will go in with the brow powder, and I will fill in the sparse areas. I like it to still look natural if at all possible, but I really love this brow powder. I actually think I prefer the brow powder to the brow pencils. Okay. So not perfect, but again, I still want it to look natural. Okay, let's talk about an eyeshadow palette I have been absolutely loving. It's by Dior, and it is one of their new eyeshadows, and this is in 669. It's a lot of cooler colors, which I love. So we're gonna start by taking this shade and putting it from my lid all the way to my brow. And I just have a flat brush from Morphe. So apply it from my lid, and then we go up to my brow. And if you're not into like cooler tones, they have a ton of shades to choose from, but I really have been liking this palette. So then what I do is I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and that's what I'm going to apply in my crease. So start on the outside and just with a light hand just kind of go in. Again, this is a neutral palette, so I don't like anything like too dark. I just kind of do a light wash of color, and you can see what that eye looks like compared to that one. You don't have to be, you know, perfect with it. So I just kind of go in with that. Little more light wash of color. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shade right here. It's a little darker, and I'm going to just kind of go in my outer corner, go in a little bit, kind of define the eyes. I like it to be a little darker on the corner there, and then kind of do the same thing on this one. And again, I want this to be easy. So see, just kind of a light wash of color, and then I'm going to go in with this color here, And I'm just going to use a shader brush. But another thing I do is if I get tired of using this color, a lot of times I will also use, you know, I could use like a gold color, I could like a champagne color. You can kind of change it up, but I'm going to use this palette, and you can see, and then I just have a Dior little shadow brush, which I love this. See what that looks like. Really, really pretty. So this is just going to give you a good cool tone eye look. But again, if you're not into cool tones, you can definitely get warmer tones as well. Okay, so now we have a newer product. We have this YSL All Hours Hyper Finish Translucent Setting Powder. Now, one thing I want to mention is there is a little bit of a scent. So if you're somebody that doesn't like scents on your face, you might not like this if you're like sensitive to it. Now this isn't translucent, but there are a couple other shades you can choose from, but I just wanted the translucent because I don't want to have to worry about like matching my skin tone. So I have this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take an e.l.f. powder brush. I'm just going to wipe away the powder, and I'll tell you, this feels really nice and smoothing on the skin. It really does. And I like it. The only thing with this is it is $65. And of course you pay for the beautiful packaging, but the one I've been using is It Cosmetics? It's It Cosmetics, and it's a blurring powder, and I've really been liking it. So this one is like double the price, and I like it. It's very finely milled. It goes on my skin nice. You can see it gives you like a nice veil. Really pretty. Like it. And then very smoothing, and it has smoothing and blurring properties as well. So I like that. What do you guys think? Really pretty, right? Okay, so you have that. I'm gonna go in with my mascara, my Bad Gal Bang mascara. I'm sorry, you guys. I know you're probably like so tired of hearing about this one, but it is just like one of my favorites. I love it. The way that it just grips onto my lashes and lengthens them. It's so good. So see that eye just compared to that eye, really pretty. And it's because of the wand. The wand is a plastic wand, so it really grips on your lashes. Okay, so there we have that. Now I do have another new product. It is this bronzer, the All Hours Hyper Bronze, and I have it in 02. Once again, the packaging on these two, I mean, they're so stunning. So keep in mind that the price is steep because of the packaging as well, but it's so beautiful, like a little chocolate bar. And this one I don't really notice a smell, but I do notice a scent in this one. So I have to say this one is going to be tough to beat my Gucci bronzer because that one is pricey, but I love it. I've already purchased like 3 of them, so it's going to be tough to beat. So this is supposed to have some like blurring and smoothing properties in it. So I like going in with this brush. It's the Jaclyn Hill by Morphe brush. Okay, just kind of go to the outer perimeter of my face. Now keep in mind this bronzer, it's not super opaque, so it is a little sheer, so you're really going to have to build to get your desired color. But I would say pretty, very pretty. Now, do I love it more than my Gucci bronzer? I don't know, the jury's still out on that, but still very nice and beautiful on the skin. Okay, so now I have a new blush to share, and this blush, I actually shared this in my recent unboxing where I shared some new beauty items, and then I also got something from Chanel. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure to do so. I'm really excited about the Chanel unboxing in it. But this was a new blush. It's from the spring collection, and you can see it's pretty because it has 2 different colors, but once again, this is a steep blush. Now, one thing I have noticed about the Chanel blushes is they're a little dry, base. So if you're used to that creamy formula, you might not like these as much. So we are gonna just go in with both of these. So you can even see swirling the brush, you don't get a ton of pigment. Okay. I like it, very pretty, but again, a little dry, and it's expensive. So if you're a Chanel collector, this is like obviously limited edition. It's from the spring collection, but do you need to run out and spend $75 on this? No, I don't think you do, because I'm sure you have either one of these colors in your collection, but it still is pretty. It is a pretty color for spring, and I knew that I wanted to pick something up from this collection. Okay, so now another product I have been using quite a bit already, so I know that I love it, but I would like to get another shade. But it is this Dior Forever Glow Maximizer. I got it in gold, but I feel like I probably should have gotten the pink one because I have a little more pink undertones. But what I've been doing, it is similar to a concealer. Like, that's how it looks. I have just been putting like 3 little dots, and then I will kind of tap it in with my finger here, and then I will go in with my beauty blender. So can you guys see that going with my beauty blender? It's really, really pretty. You guys will get a better view when I show you this side. Okay, so let me show you this side. Again, I go in, doot, doot, doot. And I like to kind of take it like up and over my eyebrow. So I've been doing this. You see how nice that is? You can wear this alone or you can layer it, but I really, really like this. You can wear it on your face, and then I feel like it will look nice on like your chest and body too. But you see that nice glow? I like that so much that I'm really considering getting another color. Okay, I love this. It's by Laneige, and it has a little hole, like it has like a little lip applicator, so you don't have to stick your finger in it, but I'm gonna just put a little of this on my lips because they're a little dry. See how cute this is? You can pop this in your purse, and it has a nice smell too. Okay, now let's go to lips. So if you saw my unboxing of this item, you knew that I'm more of like a nude, lighter mauve tone girl, but I definitely wanted something from this collection. So this is from the new Chanel collection, and this is the Rouge Allure Velvet, and it's in 6 o'clock. I'll put the swatches up on the screen of all the colors. I was trying to opt for the most neutral tone, and unfortunately most of them are just berry tones. So I picked this one up, and as you can see, it is a little dark. I'll do like a little swatch on my hand so you can see. It's beautiful, but it's a bit dark for me, and it's a bit vampy. So I feel as though this is a color I might use in the fall or winter time, but I'm gonna put it on today because it is a newer product, and I want to make sure you guys can see what it looks like in case you're interested. So because this is more of a velvet, I'm gonna just kind of wipe the Laneige off. I do that just to prep my lips. Even if I just wipe it off like a minute later, it makes your lips feel so smooth and soft. Okay, so I'm gonna go in first, and I'm gonna line my lips. I have the Dior lip liner, and this is in Nude Look. Okay, so you can see it's lined there. Okay, and let's go in with this lipstick color and hope for the best. It is beautiful packaging though, but we will see how it looks. Okay, what do you think? Okay, so I will say it goes on your lips very opaque, very smooth. It does not feel heavy like I have anything on my lips. It is going to transfer, so keep that in mind. It is a beautiful color, but again, for me specifically, I just am not used to wearing like a lot of color on my lips, so I feel like, let me blot it a little bit and see if that's a little better. Okay, so I feel like if I were to wear this, I would have to blot it so the color is not so opaque, but it is really pretty. If you guys picked up any other color from this collection, let me know. I mean, I just knew that I had to have like something because the packaging is just so cute. But again, I'm not sure that I would reach for this in the summer, probably more like the fall, winter, but you know, still pretty. So, okay, so now you know that we can't get away with just a little bit of highlighter. We have to do more. So we are gonna now go in with my favorite. I'm gonna have to pick up more. It is Rare Beauty. I've used so many highlighters, but this one is just so good. And I'm gonna take this Anastasia Beverly Hills and watch this. Oh, it's so pretty. And it goes really pretty over top of the Dior. I mean, look at this. You see that? I mean, I don't even know. I'm not sure if like the glowy look is even still in, but I love it. And I'll put a little on my nose, a little right here. And then what I do, so it's not like so intense, is I will just kind of dab it like that. And then the final step in this makeup look is going to be spraying my face with the all-nighter. Okay, and there you have it, you guys. That is the final makeup look using some new products. Now I want to really quickly run through a couple items and kind of give you like my final thoughts. So I absolutely love the Dior Veil Primer. I've been using that. Before I used to use the Tarte Poreless Primer, but this has actually replaced that. I really love the way that it makes my makeup look, but keep in mind it is going to give you that matte finish, so if you're not into that, you might not like it. The Chanel Le Beige that I tried the other day is good, but it just doesn't give me enough coverage, but I think it would be good for the beach or maybe even the gym. This powder, it's nice, it's pretty, it gives me a nice veil. I love the packaging so much, but keep in mind it does have a scent, so if you're sensitive to that, you might not love that. And I'm really gonna have to like think things through because I do have the IT Cosmetics blurring powder and I love that, and that is half the price. So would I buy this again? I don't know. Is it a good product? Yes, I do like it, but I don't know if I love it enough to spend the money on it knowing that the other powder works just as good. Okay, the bronzer. This bronzer, again, beautiful packaging, is pretty. It does give you a little bit of a blurring and smoothing look on the face. Keep in mind it is sheer, so you really have to build to get your desired color. I'm going to be honest, it is beautiful. I am going to continue to use it, but do I like it more than my Gucci bronzer? The answer would be no. I think I am going to still continue to buy the Gucci bronzer. That is my favorite. Now let's go to the Chanel blush. So again, if you're a Chanel collector and you want to get something from this spring collection, this is a good one because it's a blush you can use every day. But do you need to spend $75 on this? No. Now, one thing about Chanel to keep in mind, the powders are a little drying. They still apply beautiful, but they're just very dry. And I would say I have a lot of other blushes in my collection that are a little creamier, and that's kind of my preference, but again, still pretty. Oh, I think I skipped over the eye palette. I love the Dior eyeshadows. I really do, and this one is pretty. If you like cool tones, I think you'll really like it. It blends really nicely. I have really good things to say about this. Obviously, the new Dior Glow Maximizer, love this. You can wear it alone. You don't have to apply a highlighter on top because, as you can see, it really gives you that bam effect if you apply something over top of it. But I love this so much that I'm considering getting another one. The Sephora sale is coming up and they have this, so I'm thinking of getting the pink shade. But I love this, and let's see. Okay, and then the final new product is the lipstick. And again, the actual lipstick is great, the packaging is beautiful, but for me, the color, it's just the color is a little too dark. So I think for like the normal person, they might enjoy this, but I'm just like not used to seeing myself in such dark colors. But if you're looking for a good color for like fall or winter, this is a good one. I like the fact that it feels so comfortable and light on my lips. Like literally it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything. And I will say, after I blotted it down a little bit, I am getting a little more comfortable with wearing it. This particular shade will make your teeth look a little bit whiter too, which I guess is always a good thing. But yeah, but those are my final thoughts on the new items. Like usual, I will link everything down below, but I would love to hear your feedback. If you own any of these items and you've tried them, do you like them? Do you not? A lot of these are a little pricey, like the YSL, the Chanel, very, very like high-end pricey products. And you guys, you do not have to spend that kind of money on these products. You can find a lot of other really good items that are comparable. Well, except for the Gucci bronzer. The Gucci bronzer is a little pricey, but that is my favorite. I love that. So, okay guys, thank you so much for sticking around with me. I will link everything down below. If you're new to my channel, I would love to have you hit that little subscribe button, and I would love to have you follow me on Instagram as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned because I have a very exciting vlog video coming up for you next. I know you guys enjoy seeing those, so stay tuned. Have a good one, you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.